Hey, safety in Ecuador. Is it safe to come to Ecuador? It is one of the things that you'll hear a lot of people say, especially if they're expats from the United States or from Canada, and they live in a nice, secure, 24-hour guarded building, and they only go outside for a half an hour every day to walk down the Malecon, which is a well-guarded street, to get themselves almuerzo or lunch. They're going to say, oh, it's totally fine here. And, there's parts of the country where you're going to be probably totally fine, and that's one of them. But the level of danger here is pretty much determined by you. What is your sense of your surroundings? Are you able to, I don't want to say defend yourself, but are you able to keep an eye on things? Can you recognize danger when you see it? Or are you completely lulled into a sense of peace from living in the United States? And my favorite line for people who are new here, and I was new here not too long ago, just a few months, but my favorite line for people who are new here is, oh, I'm sure it's just as unsafe as the United States. Look, most people don't get shot in the United States, okay? Most people don't get shot in the United States. Doesn't happen. I know you see it on the news all the time, and I know, it's upsetting when you see that kind of stuff. You see these mass shootings and everything like that. But most people have never been involved in one, never seen one. I would say a huge number of them have never heard actual gunfire before. Here, can I say that most people have never heard actual gunfire? No, I'm sure they have, actually. I think a lot of people have heard actual gunfire here. The new president has done a lot to make it safer here, Noboa, by fighting back, using the police, using the military. But one thing you should understand is that most of the true danger is if you are one of these gangs, right? You're one of these people that get shot at. The people getting killed are usually members of gangs, rival gangs, getting killed by the other gang. That's mostly what happens. However, there are kidnappers here. They will kidnap you for money, especially if you seem to have some. There's also people that will offer you the vaccine. So what do I mean by that? That's basically they'll tell you, look, we are going to do terrible things to you if you don't pay us money. So it's extortion. It's just like the mob protection money, okay? It's just like that. And probably 50% of it is real and 50% of it is bullshit. Or 50% of it is lies. But, how do you know which one is bullshit and which one is lies? So, yeah, it can be safe here. There are safe places here. Are they 100% safe? Nothing is. No place is. Nowhere in the world is 100% safe. Don't listen to anybody. Always remember that you are your own first and last line of protection. Now, do I mean that you should be carrying a gun and everything? I would love to be able to do that here, but I can't. Not yet. And but I think that if you're just smart about what you do and where you go and what you don't do, you'll do all right. You'll do all right. Most people, most expats that come here, the worst that they experience, and almost every single one of them experiences this, by the way, is casual theft. Casual theft. I literally watched a lady across the street, just walking down the street, and she stops at a planter, my neighbor's planter. And when I saw his wife planting these plants, I said, they're going to steal them. They are going to steal those plants. And my wife's like, they're not going to steal the plants. My wife is Ecuadorian. She knows better. She's like, no, I don't think they'll steal them. I don't think they will. I watched this woman look around. Now, I'm looking right at her. She looks around. She pulls the plant right up out of the dirt, crosses herself, and walks away. And I'm like, what? is the patron saint of thieves. Is that what we're talking about here? I don't know. But that's the kind of thing that happens. Like we have plants too. Ain't nobody going to steal them. You want to know why? They're covered in thorns. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're viciously. I don't even like watering them. You get close to them and they try to kill you. And, but I appreciate the fact that they've been there forever and they're not going anywhere. No one's pulling them up out of the roots. No one's going to pick up the pot and walk away with it because it will rip their faces off as they do so. Anyway, security here in Ecuador, like I said, it's kind of up to you. Definitely use the expat forums. Take everything with a grain of salt, what you hear, especially if it's from people who say everything is wonderful.